Welcome to Uke Prep video number 1. Today we're going to be talking about the C major scale on the ukulele. It's the ukulele, everybody. So the basics of the C major scale, how it fits onto the neck of the instrument, and then a little bit about finger picking to get you started so that when we start looking at the different lessons, that you'll have a good understanding of what that all is. So, again, we have the strings on the ukulele are G, C, E, and A. Starting from the closest one to your face, and that's actually the high G. Our lowest string is here, the C string. So from low to high, it's that. So, which we'll get to in a second. But so we're talking about the C string and the C major scale. Again, remember the intervals are whole, whole, half steps, and then whole, 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 half step to create the 8-note octave. And it sounds like this on the, you'll see the tablature for the C major scale. 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. And I find to try to get familiar with the notes that we're playing, it's good to say the note as we play it. So I'm going to say it and pluck with my thumb on the C string, playing the C major scale. So it sounds like this. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And if you'll notice, it fits that pattern of the whole steps, because we got whole step to D, whole step to E, half step between E and F, a whole step between F and G, whole step to A, whole step to B, half step to C. And that's that major scale pattern that you can see is created on the keyboard with the white and the black keys. So we're only saying the name notes or the white keys. And again, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, and if you see, the next tab is for a finger picking pattern. And the fingers I find are super useful on the ukulele because you only got 4 strings. So it's pretty easy. And we're going to talk about our 3 fingers, thumb, index finger, and middle finger. And they're often described as T1T2 or TIM. So you'll see those different notations a lot. So I gave them both to you. But we're going to be talking about a finger roll called the T1 thumb index, T2 thumb middle. And we can just place our fingers on the different strings and do that. We'll start with our thumb on the C string. Index finger plucks up. On the E string, thumb on the G string, and then middle finger plucking up on the A string. So we get something that sounds like this. Slower, a little bit slower, it sounds like this. So you don't have to worry about your fretting hand. We're just going to work on the plucking. And then a little faster. And as you'll notice, that T1T2 pattern, we're actually doing the strings from low to high. So our next exercise, we're going to do that T1T2 pattern, and we're going to climb up the neck using our C major scale on our C string, and it sounds like this. You can see the exercise on figure 2 of your uke prep pack, which is all this video is illuminating for you, hopefully. Back down. So that's the T1, T2 finger roll, and using it to play up the neck and then back down. And of course, also you're going to want to get, if you're not used to playing a fretted instrument, you're going to want to do things like this. Use your different try to use the pads of your fingers to push down so you get a nice clean sound when you're pressing down on your notes. And good technique is important. And the reason that we study good technique is because that breaks down the barrier between what you can think musically and creatively and then what you can actually physically do. So that's the whole reason to do the technique, so that you can be creative and get cool ideas and then apply them to your ukulele. So our last exercise on this, we're going to be using a roll. We're going to be pedaling the C note, and we're going to be plucking up with our middle finger on the A string, and we're going to be coming up the C major scale on the A string. And let me do that first, just plucking the A string with my middle finger and going up the scale so you can hear what that sounds like. So that's the C major scale on the A string of the ukulele. And for good practice, you can fret that, and then we're going to play a down pluck with our thumb. Thumb always plucks down on the C string. Middle finger and index finger always pluck upwards. So it'll sound like this. And backwards. Sorry. Again. And backwards. So don't forget, when you review this, pause it as often as you need to. And if you need to do any one-on-one work with this, I'll be happy to help you. So just reach out. hwing@crefeld.org. Thanks.